Greetings, friends. I'm tired of the C word. I'm talking about the word corona. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of thinking about it. I'm sick of everybody else around me looking and thinking like a sheeple. My friends, corona is no danger to you. Unless you are 70 and you have failed kidneys or failed lungs and you are under care, it is not a danger to you. It is very little different than a really bad case of the flu that you might get on any given year. This sort of paranoia, however, is something that you're going to look back on and you're going to appreciate, but you're going to want to be on the right side of things. The idiot side of things is to be on the side that says, oh no, we're in danger. This is terrible. It's a swine flu, remember that? Oh no, it's bird flu. Well, this is just another phase, folks. This is just another phase, and the reason we keep seeing it is because our brains are hardwired to pick up on potential threats. That's why the news has to be so negative. You watch any news channel, just pick one. They're all horribly negative. They have to be, because nobody cares about the Battle of Flowers parade or the fact that a local artist drew a cute cat to raise cancer awareness. They don't care. They don't care at all. So what do they have to do? They bombard people with the most tragedy that they can express. They do that because that's what people want to hear. This is why my other video on conflict seeker versus conflict avoider, this is how we're hardwired. We respond well, either as a follower or a leader to a crisis. We become a leader, in which case we establish our own pack, or we become a follower, in which case we become a blind supporter and we adopt all kinds of stupid ideas. I just came across this lady in the supermarket, and a little northern lady, about 5 foot tall max, had a little bit of serious arthritis going on, had a big northern accent. Oh, I think I have that coronavirus. I remember thinking that this sort of person is the reason we are where we are. We have far too many sheeple who have forgotten Solomon's admonition in Ecclesiastes. There is nothing new under the sun. This is the same as bird flu, the same as so-called swine flu. It is another virus that comes from exotic livestock from China. Folks, you have nothing to worry about here. This tendency is no different than a child looking at a light switch in his or her bedroom and seeing a monster. Your brain is trying to get you to move away from a potential threat, so you become scared. It is a natural reaction. Have you ever wondered why children get afraid at night and go sleep with their parents? They do that because that instinct keeps them from wandering away from the pack as a mammal and getting eaten by a larger predator. That's a very old instinct. Have you ever wondered why you wake up, you feel like you're falling, and then you wake up? It's because your ancestors slept in trees, and that was a survival mechanism that woke you up. It kept you from falling. Okay? It makes sense. All of this stuff makes sense. What doesn't is corona craziness, the corona crap that's killing the economy. Folks, people are not traveling. People are not spending money. People are canceling events for no good reason. It is hurting the economy. I'm in the travel industry. I work risk management for a hotel here. And it's my job to be not only the ultimate caretaker for my property, but to be an optimist. Well, I'm being as optimistic as I can be. The challenge is to realize that 62,000 people right now are healing from this. Where do you hear about it? Where is it on the news? 62,000 people are healing. They've gotten better. Lots of people have gotten this, and they're not dead. They're going to go out there in the world, and they're going to resume their lives, like you should be doing right now before you even have it. Probably you'll never have it, but if you do, it'll be just like any flu you've ever had, and you'll get past it, and you'll keep living. Why aren't we hearing about this? We're hearing about alarmism, and it's becoming really as bad as Y2K. For those of you who are not old enough to know, we old-timers back in 1999 were being told, mainly by religious prepper right-wing idiots, that there would be all the computer systems in the world would turn over. Once the clocks turn to 2000, they won't know what to do, and therefore all the computer systems will shut down, and the big globalists will take over and we'll be able to take over the world because they'll reset everything, and everything will be under the control of an Antichrist-type figure. They didn't say it in those words. Not all of them. Some of them did. but everybody was doing stupid shit, like going out and buying bottled water and toilet paper and canned ravioli and seeds and rice and legumes in the little army-style cans with the pop-open lids, and saying, hey, we're going to be prepared. I'm talking about you prepper doomsday types, you people that try to do all of this crap because you think you're protecting things. You're first cousins to Holocaust deniers, Sandy Hook deniers, moon landing deniers, 9/11 truthers, JFK conspiratists. All of you guys, you're the same. This is the same type of crap. And the reason you're doing what you're doing is because you're afraid. You don't want to die, which is completely understandable, but it's not understandable for you to forget your body's mechanism. You know why you're horny. You know why you're hungry. Do you also not know why you're afraid? Well, of course you do. You should. This is a bunch of crap, folks. You should go out starting today, and you should spend money, and you should go to the movies, and you should travel, and you should do things that involve normal levels of risk. Yes, you might get sick, but it would be no different than if you went to pick up your kid from kindergarten and he or she got sick, and maybe you got sick. How many times has that happened? Probably a few times. For those of you who have kids, it's not hard to understand. Your kid brings something home. But odds are, again, for those of you who have kids, it's not a big deal to understand that your kid is a lot more sick than you. Why? Because they don't have an immune system yet. If they're 8 years old, you're probably still taking them to the doctor if they have asthma, maybe in the middle of the night. You're probably still having to take them to the hospital because they get a really bad fever that won't break. This happens up through like 17 years old. They're still building their immune system. Totally normal. You have one, and here you are acting like a fool, staying in your house and saying, I got to get masks and stuff like that. This is tinfoil hat shit. That's what it is. It's no different than Illuminati and other secret enterprise mission, Bilderberger experiment sort of crap. Face on Mars, pyramids, tinfoil hat stuff. There is nothing new under the sun. Take it to heart. There is nothing new under the sun. Go out, spend money, use the normal levels of precaution that you would always use, and you won't have anything to worry about. Are you a sheeple? Are you going to look back at this primitive and paranoid culture? It's just like Captain Kirk said when he took the Klingon vessel back in Star Trek IV to get the humpback whales. He said, he armed his team before that. He said, my friends, we're going back to a primitive and paranoid culture. That's exactly what we're facing here. It's exactly what we're facing here. We're going to go look back about all of this racial sensitivity and all of this crap, and we're going to be so embarrassed. And this is going to be one of those things, just like swine flu, just like bird flu, just like all of this crap. It is manufactured garbage that comes from your lizard brain that says, I don't want to die. I get it, but it's not justification for stopping the economy and crashing businesses, small and large, everywhere. Honestly, let's get over it. There is nothing new under the sun. Start living like it.